Hey guys, so Cybertruck had its first accident early hours this morning. It was parked here on this board, rear end up that end, front end there, and you can see there's two big gouges. So the leg would have been here somewhere and it slid right into there, and this one would have been about there and it slid right into there. At that stage the rear end's lifted up. I think the front end might have dug in, and the hinges here, which need replacing, they gave way, so the tailgate came off, or the lower half. That's it there. So there's a bit of impact damage here. And there. These welds, although they're not finished, held up well. But yeah, this was only tacked on with the temporary hinges. So the piano hinge has to go on there, and then that's all good. So close call. So the vehicle was parked up there, rolled down into here, didn't hit the carport square on, it hit it on an angle, almost hit in the house. There's two tiny little skid marks, one's there, so it was squashing that bin and that chair, and the other one here right next to Missy on the ply. Hit those boxes of ash there. Knocked all the stuff I had on this chair over. But all in all, doesn't look too bad. I don't know about whether it's twisted the chassis or not. I'm going to have to pull it out and do some measurements and closer checking. But yeah, that's enough for now. It seems to have held up just fine. Yeah, looks like I was very lucky. But yeah, the Cybertruck had flipped onto its side and was sort of where it is now, but the rear end was way over there. Jammed up in front of the ute. It was a ute with a bull bar on too. But yeah, you can see quite a deep gouge. And there, that's where those front legs there are scraped into the ground. But yeah, I'll let you know if there's any twisting or bending of the framework when I do a next update. Hi guys, so back again after the Cybertruck's had its first accident, only accident. It's a good thing it's not built yet, but a ute with a bull bar, in America called a pickup. So a large diesel version of this. Rear-ended it last night, and the tailgate copped the most impact. These hinges were just the temporary hinges until the piano hinges went in, like we already have here. So that held up well. So yeah, it got shunted. Basically it's full length, and so yeah, good 2.5 meters forward it got shunted, and ended up on its side, jammed up between the ute and some garbage. I actually think it might have stopped the ute from rolling any further forward, but that was my first thought. Turns out there's a couple of tiny skid marks where he came to a stop. So yeah, drunk driver came here yesterday, got drunk last night, decided he was going to sleep in his car rather than drive home, which is a good move. But unfortunately his car was parked right here where we're looking, and down there was where he rolled into it, almost taking out the house in the process. So yeah, there doesn't seem to be any twisting of the chassis. Everything's held up really well. None of my welds broke. Nothing's showing any stress signs. There's impact marks on the back of the tailgate. You would have seen them earlier in the video. There's another look. Just here. Nice gouge from the, I'd say from the bull bar. But yeah, all that held up. And the only damage, which isn't important anyway because it gets cut off, is this bar here. As you look down it, you can see from about there down. So this angle piece protected it, kept it all straight. And that's just like a leg of a table, and it just bent. So it's bent inwards a little bit. And you can actually see that bow in certain angles compared to the other side, which is still straight. So yeah, seems I was very lucky. Combination of that, good welding, strong design. Bit of a testament to my welding, firstly, but also to the safety of the Cybertruck. Not really talking about the full-size model here. I'm talking about this one. It's really important because the rear end collision is probably one of the most likely collisions to happen, and that's where my dogs are. And yeah, so dogs are in here, my head's right here, so it's nice to know that something hitting it from behind. Well, obviously it was probably going walking pace when it hit it, but yeah, something hitting it from behind doesn't bend it all up out of shape. Downside, that lack of crumple zones means there's a risk of neck injury and spinal injury in an accident. But my goal is to never have an accident on the road. I'm overly cautious. If I see traffic coming up behind, I'll get out of the way, pull onto the shoulder. I'll travel on cycleways and bikeways and shared pathways, all that sort of thing. Anyway, Dogs are having their morning zoomies. Luke's flying, Leia's chasing him. Oh, Missy's barking at him because she can't run much anymore. Just tells him what to do. But yeah, since the last update, I've put in this piece, that piece going across, and that piece going up. So there's 3 pieces, and possibly these 2 here went in the last video. I think that's how it goes. But anyway, I think I might, this is giving me an excuse to continue with this piano hinge. So I think I might tidy that up, strip it back to bare metal so we can weld it up. Same there. And cut the piece of piano hinge, tack it in place and then weld it up. And yeah, it should be super strong then. I mean, without any stays, look, it just sits there. A little bit of bounce, but that's fine. It'll have stays supporting its weight at a right angle, a little bit higher than that, up there. And they'll be adjustable so that when we open the tailgate right up, it can go a bit lower as it is now. And the second ramp will reach the ground. It's sitting a little high anyway, as you may know from previous video. These legs, which are temporary from about there down, are getting cut off, and they're actually made a little bit higher than I needed. I really maxed them out on the height. So I took all sorts of measurements, like height variations in suspension and different tyres. So maximum tyre size, maximum height on the suspension, and I think I allowed a tiny bit as well. And that's how I came up with these heights. So the reason for that was I wanted it to be nice and high while I'm building it, and secondly I wanted to know if I can still get my crutch over this point here. So that's where I swing my leg over to get in, because that's the roof, which is the entry point. No doors on this, too small for them. But yeah, so even at this maximum height I can step into it without too much trouble. So enough for now, guys. Sorry progress is slow. I'm supposed to be out of here at the end of the month as well, so that's throwing a spanner in the works. But yeah, happy the way things are at the moment. Really relieved that the Cybertruck didn't suffer. Kind of impressed with my welding skills, even though I'll be the first to admit I know nothing, and I'm a total amateur. Definitely no professional welder, but I can make quality welds. Many of you may have remembered this weld along here had lots and lots of holes that I've fixed up. There's still some pinholes there, and not sure if you can see them in this light, but yeah, there's still a few there. Other than that bent leg there, I don't think there'd be any damage at all if this hinge had already been welded on with piano hinge like that one is. It would have held. Only popped off because it was tacked on. You can see my tac-welds. See? So they had to give way somewhere. One gave off on one side and one gave off on the other side, so you got a hinge on each piece. Cheers guys, please like, subscribe, comment below. Share this with anyone that you think might like this sort of thing. Cybertruck Velomobile. First crash test passed with flying colours. Bye.